I'll be right with you, folks. Now, before
So
I start on the onions.
One productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related to your work. Your documents, your chats, your whiteboards, your projects. The value of this, you don't have to buy 5 softwares to do this. You don't have to be hopping back and forth between multiple tabs trying to find that email from a year ago. Instead, you can find everything in a matter of seconds, keeping your work and everything related to productivity organized in a single place.
Okay. All right. Let's get this up here. Hey, everybody. Okay, before I get started on the rest of the onions, I'm going to start tomorrow's soup. We're going to have potato soup tomorrow. It's one of Howie's favorites. So I'm just going to get some water going in the crock pot here. Got some water in the clean water in the crock pot here. Okay. And I'm going to show you how I start my potato soup. Okay, we've got the bigger cutter for the lid. And first things first, yes, I dug through and washed a few of these from, hang on a second, make sure they're really clean. Okay, we're going to take out Mr. Mini here, put in Mr. Medium, and I'm going to, where's my knife? There's my knife. This will give everybody a chance to get in. And this is, you don't even need half the stuff I put in. When I was a kid, and I remember Dad was doing renovations, there's 5 kids in my family, so it took my parents quite a while to get to the point. They bought a house that was on the point of being condemned down the street from my mom's parents, from my grandparents. And then, you know, they just patched, they did the best they could to make it livable. They patched everything up. And then by the time I was 4 or 5 years old, they were ready for renovation. So there's some celery in there. Now, where'd that peeler go? There it is. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say 5 potatoes. Okay, maybe that. And then 2 onions. Now, so when my mother, I'm going to take these softer, ooh, that doesn't, no, that's garbage. Where am I going to put you? I'll just toss you into the sink and I'll throw it in the garbage after. When I was, wow. This is what I mean by I have to get these onions done. Okay, so first things first, we peel the potatoes. I'm making High Life with Misty. I'm making potato soup for tomorrow. And I could have done it today, but I would have had to do it at started at 5 o'clock this morning. So when I was a kid and we were renovating, I remember 2 meals that we seemed to eat the most of. Well, 3 if you count breakfast. Fried smelts, and potato soup and porridge for breakfast. My family, You're just going to have to go in there. And because they'd spent so much money budgeting to redo the walls from old lathing and plaster to drywall in the living room and dining room, which really wasn't a lot dining room. It was like an extension of our living room. And my mother would make potato soup if they were really broke. My mom would make potato soup. And and the trick to good potato soup, especially if you're broke, is putting as many onions in as potatoes. And then you cook it long and slow. And then you put the masher in, break up the potato. Oh, I got this going on. Hang on a second. And then just before you serve it, you add milk and butter. Bit of butter if you got it. But my mom would make potato soup out of potatoes, water, and onions and powdered milk. But I'll tell you something. I didn't necessarily like it when I was a kid. I love it now, and it's one of Howie's favorites. One of his favorite meals altogether. Well, I didn't do any leeks this year. I did them, but I didn't stay on top of the weeding. Next year, I'm going to plant my leeks differently, but I'm not planting onions because it's just a waste of garden space. It really was. All right. And once these are all chopped, I'm going to rinse them. I'm doing it in slices so that we have cubes. Not that you'll see the cubes, but I'll finish this recipe tomorrow so that you guys can see. All right. I will make this a video from here. Okay. And then I'm going to rinse all these. Hey, Karen. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Sybil. Welcome back, everybody. If you didn't see the first live stream, I encourage you to go back and watch it later. Even if you are subscribed, please go, even if it says you're subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe, click the bell. Do that at least once every week or so that everybody gets notifications. YouTube has gone really crazy with trying to stop people from earning money. People like me, okay? Not the big ones who make them billions of dollars. They don't want small channels like me. They're trying to make people like me have studio channels. And I just am not there. You know what I mean? One onion. I missed the first one due to a doctor appointment. Well, you'll see it. Shake this all down. And this is about 4 cups of vegetables. And then I'll get this on and I'll put it on low cooking. And that way tomorrow, I just have to finish it and serve it. But I put cheese in mine. Whoops. All righty. I'm going to take this over to the sink and rinse it all, and I'll be right back. Oh, God, help me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. For another day of movement. These onions are going in the garbage because they're soft and icky. Alrighty then. Cold water. Always start with cold water. Hey, Sherry. There we go. Look at that. Even if it's just potatoes, onions, and celery, it still looks delicious. And if you want to add extra nutrition, then start with cold broth. But in reality, you really don't need. This is real simple when you're broke. It's onions, celery, and you don't even have to have the celery. Onions, celery, and potatoes. Depending on the size of your potatoes, you want 1 potato per person. Depending on the size of your onion, half a teaspoon there of salt. And then we're going to put this over and get it started. There we go. Put you on low. And now we get back to work. Oof. Oh, 70s and sunny in Indiana. Wow. Hey. Okay. I have enough celery left outside, guys. And then when I want to make my broth, I can just go harvest it. So we're going to take Mr. Medium off here. Put Mr. Mini back on. And then we're going to start doing our onions. Alrighty. Damn it. Now, if you're doing this, you can save these onions, okay? If you're doing this and you come across anything that looks or smells like it might be spoiled, please get rid of it. I have to get a bowl for these onions. A bowl of water. Oh, I'm going to use this canning pot. Oh, that I have been using all along. Oh no, I got a bowl over there. I'll just dump this. Oh. Okay. You should see I don't want to show you, but my floor is littered with canning pots. Give me all up to me. Excuse me. I put them in a basin of water before I put them through the chopper. That way they can go right from the chopper into the bag. Oi, oi, oi. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh. I just about have enough onions to cook in my broth. I'll be so glad when harvest is over and I can look at my pantry and feel like a superhero. When I'm making veggie broth, I actually don't make veggie broth anymore. But I, do it till it tastes right. Like until, I don't know. I just do stuff. I don't necessarily measure. But you make sure the vegetables are covered with water. What happened? Covered. Covered means when you push down, okay, you got all your veggies in the pot, you put cold water in. When you push down, make sure you got at least 3 to 4 inches of water above. Oh, here goes the onions in my eyes again. It always does this in the beginning until the candle takes it down a notch. I don't measure when cooking. Yeah. That's actually a good piece of onion. We'll throw that in there with the tops and the bottom. Oh my goodness. I still have 10 pounds of onions in a bag over there too. You didn't catch what? Yeah. Depends, all right? It doesn't matter what size the pot is. If when you put your veggies in and fill it up with water, when you press the veggies down under the water, if you've got this much water on top, then you've got lots for broth. You can do more water and cook it longer, but, Oh, my eyes. I'm going to need a fresh cup of tea in a minute. Sure. Yeah. You think about this. Whether it's a large pot or a small pot, 3 inches of water above the vegetables is 3 inches of water above the vegetables. Right? Oh. Oh my goodness. The only scraps I have in the freezer right now are onions. I'm going to wait until I get my 50-pound bag of carrots. Hell, maybe I'll put Mom and Karen to work peeling carrots. We'll see. Get off of there. Okay. Getting there. I've probably got about 10 pounds of potatoes here. And I only need like 4 or 5 for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know if I'm going to can anymore or not. Maybe if I get more potatoes on sale. Actually, all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Happy Tuesday, just me. I told everybody I had a panic attack yesterday thinking it was Wednesday. Howie said, no, Bev, it's only Monday. And I'm, oh, good. I got 2 more days. Two more days to get this stuff finished and then get ready for Thanksgiving. Oh, come on. Pete's sake. There we go. Enough crispy onion that you can go in the bag too. Oh, I hate onion skins. They get on everything. Stacy, slow cook your onions in Crockpot. Easier than standing and stirring. Gracie's over there snoring. She stopped as soon as I said her name. Tonight, I guess we're going to have Westerns or omelets. I haven't decided yet. See, if you see that black stuff on there, make sure you don't put that in your scrap bag, okay? It's mold. You don't want it. You don't want that. All right, I have to go open the other bag of onions because I'm down to potatoes in this box. Ooh, oh, here's another onion. All right, give me a second, folks. My knees. Oh. Got another nice piece of celery. Let's throw that in my soup. For tomorrow. Boy. Oh. When I was a cook in a restaurant, we had Western omelets, but they had peppers and bacon. Well, I put a Western omelet is pretty much ham, onions, and eggs. But it depends on your garbage, your broth. It depends on, and when I'm using these for broth, folks, they're going to be used when I have bones to do them in. Okay? Like turkey bones or, get off of there. Don't waste any of it if you can help it. Now, cutting that piece off. Okay, we're good. Next time you get up, turn on your hot water for your pot of tea. I already turned it on. It's already boiled. I just got to heat it up again, but I still got, no. I still got some in my cup. See that it's even just slightly discolored? No, not in mine. But these, I know it seems fussy, folks, but it's so worth it. Waste not, want not, right? Difference between a Western and an Eastern is an Eastern had onions. No. Westerns, the way I grew up, Westerns were diced ham, sauteed diced ham, onions, and then mixed with eggs and served on a sandwich. I got celery in my tea. I love eggs. Eggs are real. Hi, Mindy. How are you, darling? Well, I managed to save some of this onion. This is turning bad. This is why I had to get on these today. because I don't want to waste any. Oh. I may be grinding pork and making sausage patties for the freezer tomorrow because I need sausage meat for my stuffing. But and I have to do another video of that meat grinder too. But it depends on if I get all these onions done. I have you guys tell me, the turkeys were $1.44 a pound and I paid $18.99. How many pounds is my turkey? I don't have the time or the energy at the moment to do the math. There, my eyes are starting to ease off now. You would cook what first? Okay. I think I better start, well, I better get these peeled. I did pork loin chopped and raw packed for 90 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. But I don't like canned pork. I really don't. So I might make it and can it. Make the sausage meat, cook it, and then can it. We'll see. We'll see. Or it'll be vacuum sealed sausage patties. Ooh. If you can peel some of the skin off, that's good too. Ooh. Ah, I don't like onion skins. Oops. Oh my God. No wonder I was seeing fruit flies. This one's soft all the way through. I may do this again if things go on sale in a couple of months or in another month. I may do this again. Who knows? But then I got parsnips to pull too, right? And can. Make some more, put some more water in that bowl. I'm almost done with these though. I've only got about 10 of them left to do. I like pork. I've canned pork, shoulder pork as fast as easy. See, I'm not a fan of barbecue pulled pork. I'm not a fan of pulled pork. I'm not a big fan of pork at all anymore. The only pork I really enjoy is ham, bacon, and sausage. Anything else is like, if I eat pork chops, my guts get upset. I just am not a big fan of green pork anymore. When I say green, I mean it's uncured or unseasoned. Well, uncured. My hubby loves it for pulled pork sandwiches. I have canned ham. I've ended up giving it to a friend But he had to give it back because the texture was just off. Did you can it with broth? And was it cooked? Was it cooked? My goodness. Oh. Son of a... If you get them early enough, you can stop, you can cut away. But once they're starting to have a ring in them like that, if you leave them sitting, they're just going to go bad. You know what I mean? They're okay. I'm all right. Nobody worry about me. Okay. Oh, God help me. That's horrible. And these were not cheap. Like, yes, they were on sale for $2.99 a bag, but that's still not cheap. The one she pounds, just me. Oh, it's called a Mueller. I don't know if you can read that. It's called a Mueller. You get it from, Joe sent it to me. You get it from Amazon, I believe. Good. Thank you, God. Oh. What do you have a headache from, honey? Start drinking. I'm 10 miles from ready status, as in ready, set, go, because my mountain is on fire. Wyoming, prayers please. And for my adult daughter, Jillian, who's gravely ill and 1 kilometer or 1,000 kilometers away. And hit a deer. Oh, dear. Absolute prayers. I hate chopping stuff. I'd rather just go into my pantry and pull stuff out and go, yay, let's make a meal. That's how I am. And call me lazy. But if I can do a meal in a Crockpot, and I do that like 3 times a week. Last night we had deconstructed cabbage rolls in the Crockpot. If I can do that, just pull stuff out of my pantry. People get tired of, oh, I want to see your pantry pull meals. Guys, it's the same stuff, different day. Right? But I have figured out how to do, I have figured out the perfect recipe for deconstructed cabbage rolls in the Crockpot. Raw onion, hamburger cooked or otherwise, but I use canned hamburger. Jar of hamburger, you put it in the bottom, then you put your 3/4 of a cup or a half cup of rinsed rice on top, and then you slice an onion nice and thick on top. Then you dump about a 1/2 inch of dehydrated cabbage on top, and then a jar of medley vegetables. And medley vegetables are really acidic, so I add a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Is that all the onions? Oh, nope, we got one more. Last onion. I'm all right. All righty. Freezer. Now watch carefully. I do not tie a knot. I just do a partial knot. Like that. See? And that way, when I pull it out of the freezer, I just have to pull that tab and open it. Skin's off of there. Okay, freezer. Oh! Oh! Oh, my knees. Oh. Lay down in there. Okay. Now we start chopping. Hey, Plain Jane. How's it going, sweetheart? Doesn't matter if there's some celery leaves in here, guys. It really doesn't matter. All right. I'm all right. I might have to cut these this way because they're so big they may not fit. Let's see. Do you raw pack turkey? You can. But after turkey dinner, I'm going to be, next week, I'm going to make turkey broth out of the carcass. And I will boil some of the celery bits and some of the onion bits and that with it. And then can it. Let's see. Well, just about. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some rain or frost or... We've had snow before Thanksgiving here in Canada. And Thanksgiving is this weekend. It's always the second Monday in October. Okay. Oh, we got some loose bits here. Let's get rid of them. Get them underway. Bits and pieces. I do a video on what, Leanne? On the broth? I've got so many videos. I've got over 4,000 videos on this channel. Maybe I'll start uploading them to my homestead channel on Rumble. Start building it up. I just got old half-acre stuff on there right now. I bought 4 bags. So 30 or 40, I can't remember. But this will be 30 pounds anyway. We did use some of them. So when do you can turkey? When it's on sale. Seriously, when it's on sale. I haven't seen turkey under $1 a pound in years. I used to get it when it go on 99 cents a pound or even $1.29 a pound. And I would buy 2 or 3 turkeys and just debone them and can them. And then pressure cook the carcasses for broth. Okay, well, here's what you do, Leanne, okay? You guys don't need to see me chopping any more onions, do you? Here's what you do. You go to Google and you put in turkey broth. our half acre homestead, and it will bring up every video I've ever done turkey broth on. Okay? Or even just put our half acre homestead broth. Okay? Just Google that. Instead of trying to look through all my videos, just anything you're looking for, put our half acre homestead in front of it. And if I have a video on it, it'll give you a video. Okay, what do we got here? We got room for a couple more. We'll see, these are the bits and pieces. Get off me, onion skins. Hate onion skins. I have lots of channels on Rumble. I have, I'm moving on, I'm re-editing, not re-editing, but making them different. My reading channel is now starting up on YouTube, or on Rumble. And as soon as I am done uploading all my books that are on our half acre homestead that I've read, I think we're done here in this one. Oh yeah, we're full. I just edit the intros, the exits. Some I've had some I've had, 2 chapters to, and and then I have my, you're only on Let's Talk. I have a Cooking with Cannabis channel, which I've had to restart because YouTube made me get rid of it. So, even though it's legal, so I have one on Rumble, Cooking with Cannabis on Rumble. There are actually 2 channels, Cooking with Cannabis on Rumble, and but one of them's mine, and you'll know which one's mine. Just open a video. One package of onions. Jesus, take the wheel. Amen. Our world's in a scary place right now. That's for sure. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, onion juice on my eyelid. Thank you, Seashell. Because when I did it, when I looked it up on Rumble, there was another one called Cooking with Cannabis, but it was like, put up differently than mine. My Cooking with Cannabis channel is actually really old, but not the one on Rumble. I had 18,000 subscribers on YouTube on my Cooking with Cannabis channel, and they demonetized it. As soon as it made the first time it made $20, they demonetized it. Said it was illegal and dangerous activities or some shit like that. I have three bags of onions. Yes, from Sesame Street. You got to watch Amazon Prime Deal Day. I always put that, what I want, in my cart and go on Prime Day. I look at the prices. It's 90% of the time the prices are still the same with a big Prime Day sale. I don't shop a lot on Amazon. I really don't. It's been a financially rough year. We put new shingles on the roof. Four bags of onions. We put new shingles on the roof. Howie's finished the basement. He's just got to do an extra coat of paint. He's going to spruce up the bathroom up here. And hopefully when we get our mortgage rolled over, we're going to take over the big loan we have. and hopefully get new flooring in here in after Christmas. And when I say flooring, I mean from living room all the way back through to my bedroom and the office and the bathroom, which will piss me off because the bathroom has hardwood floors. But we're going to have to go over these floors because tearing them all up would be just a waste of time. And, you know, these floors are going to, you know, they'll get extra insulation with another layer. Who cares, right? But I'm going to do some pricing because I haven't decided whether we're going to have hardwood or vinyl. Hey, Kendra, how are you, darling? What are we laughing at? I just do the search section on her channel. Always just put in a half-acre homestead, though. If you put that in and put in onions, you'll get every video I've ever made that has onions in it. Okay? So, how many you got? 1 bag of onions. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm great. Almost ready for my kid to get married this Saturday. Wow! Congratulations! Congratulations. Poor Howie. He knows what time of year it is. I said to him, you might get egg sandwiches for supper. And he goes, whatever's easiest for you, dear. Because he knows what I'm doing. He knows. 6, 7, 8. 8 bags of onions. Oh, well, I didn't even know Sesame Street still was out there until I was visiting with the kids. And, you know, Bubba got up on the couch and Arthur looked at him and said, you ready for Sesame Street? Oh, yeah, Sesame Street. Right? So when I started counting with the count, Bubba looked at me like, wow, Granny knows about Sesame Street. It's only been on for 40 friggin' years. 45 years or something, 50 years Sesame Street's been on the go. We used to have all kinds of great kids shows when I was growing up. There was the Electric Company. Polka Dot Door was okay if you were little. Polka Dot Door, when I was little, it was Captain Kangaroo. Captain Kangaroo, The Friendly Giant. Howie's actually worked on the Friendly Giant's car. 9. Oh, there's 10. 10 delicious sorted bags of onions. Oh, gotta let the air out of that. And zip it back up into the freezer. This one goes. I'll be right back. It's going in the freezer behind me. Oh! So there's approximately 10 bags, 10 servings in each bag, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, I don't want to put these there because I have 70 meals of onions, folks, so far. 70 meals. Where did you get Sesame Street in Canada? It was on it was on cable when I was a kid. Well, I wasn't really a kid when Sesame Street became big, but when my kids were little, there was Care Bears and Sesame Street and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay. Captain Kangaroo. Turn on TV and the mantle fell. Oh my gosh. Captain Kangaroo, The Friendly Giant, There was one I used to watch really early in the morning. I forget the name of the show, but it was he went by Uncle Bill. Oh, there was the Uncle Bobby show. That guy was a pedo. And don't, that's not a rumor, okay? I had a cousin go on the Uncle Bobby show, and he groped her. Get some of these smaller pieces out of the way. Fraggle Rock, yeah. Arthur was like Care Bears in the morning, you know. I don't know if this is going to fit. Oh, no, it's not going to fit. Oh, Family Affair with Uncle. That was with Mr. French, right? I just dropped my lighter. That was with Mr. French and Buffy and the twins and Sissy and all that. Here's a good one I did remember. Two sons in college came out and said, "Hey, Mom, I learned how to count from 1 to 10 in Japanese. When I spit it off to him, he stood there staring at..." Okay, I'm not sure I understand. Buffy and Jody, that was it. When we moved to Apsley when I was 12, didn't get a lot of television, folks. We had 2 channels, Global and Chex, Peterborough. Mrs. Beasley, oh my God. Hey, Manette, how's it going, hon? Now, in case you haven't figured it out, folks, this really works. You'll get eyes that'll water and stuff in the beginning, but after a while, the candles burn off that whatever gas it is doing to make us cry. That's too big, so I'm gonna, oh, there's a natural part in there. Oh my goodness, folks, we're getting down there. Yay! Oh, oh. So if you haven't figured out, you're not getting a video tomorrow because I don't have time to make one right now. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for giving me the strength and the energy to get this done. I am hoping that I can pick one last picking of beans for Thanksgiving dinner. It would be really nice if we had beans and parsnips, you know? Whipped parsnips with butter. I used to hate parsnips. My father would put them in the pressure cooker and make stew. And everything tasted of parsnips. I remember going to my boyfriend's grandparents' house for dinner. And she was from Great Britain. And Mrs. Brown, her name was actually Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown and I got into it over the royal family. She said, "Oh, King Henry VIII didn't have a son." I said, "Yes, he did, Edward. He just didn't live to adulthood." So she went and fact-checked me she had a whole set of books on the royal family. And she fact-checked me and she said, "I'm sorry, you're right." But she was made a traditional English Sunday supper for us. And I heard how she sheltered with 4 kids, one a baby, during the Blitz under her kitchen table for God's sakes. Anyway, she said, oh, I'm making Boston brown potatoes and whipped parsnips and la 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 la. And I said, oh, well, you know, I said, I'll eat everything, but I'm passing on the parsnips. She said, why? I said, I hate them. She said, you won't hate mine. And she was right, because she peeled them and she boiled them and she whipped them buggers with butter and salt and pepper until they were creamy. And it was so delicious. Oh, I banged the... Oh, don't do that. I banged the thing. Hang on, I can't see the chat. Here we go. Hey, Molly. Oh, yeah. Whipped parsnips. Mmm. Well, whipped parsnips, now there's a trick. Parsnips need frost to sweeten. So if you buy them in the store and it's like late fall or winter and you're getting frosty nights or frosty mornings, just take them out of the bag and hang them outside on your door, or put them by your door or something. Hopefully nothing will eat them, but you should hang them to keep the animals off them. And let them get a nip of frost. It sweetens them up. That's why I'm hoping that I'll get a nip of frost before Saturday, because I want to pull parsnips and whip them. I don't think it's the same if you put them in the freezer for a couple hours or for an hour. I don't think it's the same. Oh yeah, they sweeten right up. What's going on, Waldo? Yeah, they act like everything's going to kill them if they do try and get them to take anything healthy. Oh God, yeah. Well, my kids, if you didn't eat what was put in front of you, you didn't eat. And that goes right up to into their teens. And there's only one thing I would not force. I would not force my kids. Like Arthur didn't like, I forget which one he didn't like. But he just would do anything but eat it. And that's the only, and it was only one kind of vegetable. And I said, okay, you don't have to eat it then. Because I realized sometimes kids will balk at food if they've had it before. And they may be allergic to it, or they may be easily developing an allergy to it. So you just don't. But the truth is, I was watching Mel. I was talking to Mel one day, and she was giving him peanut butter. And I said, wait a minute. I just went through both my sons' entire lifetime. I could not send peanut butter to school with them. Too many kids were allergic. So are you sure it's safe? Now, see, because I back then believed what I was told, right? Peanut allergies. And she said, no, apparently it's because people aren't introducing them early enough. So, okay, I'll take it. I'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got room for one more. We could get frost tonight in Michigan. Well, then we'll probably get, if you get it, we might get it. So, oh, I'm so glad you guys are keeping me company, because this job it's boring as heck. It really is. It's as boring as watching paint dry without someone to talk to, Most all snacks had peanuts. I did respect not putting kids in danger. Absolutely. Well, one of my last videos, I made, one of my older videos when this was still a kitchen and we didn't have the addition of the living room. I made a meal. I forget what it was, but it was, there was vegetables, and there was a certain vegetable Briar didn't want. So he got up, I think it was the sweet potato. So he got up and went to get himself a hunk of cheese out of the fridge. And I said, oh, no, you don't. And he goes, but I don't want that. I said, you don't want it? Fine. And you'll see it on video. You don't want it? Fine. But you're not turning your nose up at food I've put on the table just so you can eat something else. No. You don't want it, don't eat it, but that's all you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, yeah. My kids probably have some PTSD from me being their parent because I made them eat their meals. You know what I mean? Ginger, we call that a no thank you serving. Wait, what's that? My granddaughter was given peanut butter as one of her first foods. Yeah. You kidding? PB&J? Absolutely. But now I only use regular peanut butter. Not regular peanut butter. Plain peanuts. I get the Kirkland brand. Weather is driving me to hysterics because it looks like it's going to rain, then the sun comes back out. Yeah, same here. Yeah, we had rain. I'm telling you. Weather is, being controlled. Oh, they love it when I make fruit leather with honey. It's just so time consuming for them. 2 bites in my dryer is small. I love that. My mom made this shipwreck casserole in 1998 and I was in grade 5. She made me sit at the table till it was done. Then she wasn't looking. I shoved it in some tape cases. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Told my kids that until I got a flashing neon sign that said Mom's Cafe, they had to eat what I made. Yeah. Well, now we know Arthur is gluten intolerant. So cooking with Arthur here is a real problem because, everything has to be deep. My oven has to be deep cleaned before he comes. Because, if there's any gluten in the oven and it gets on the pies, So you remember last Thanksgiving, I had somebody come in to clean. And I said, just deep clean my kitchen. And she said, your kitchen's kicking my ass. Well, unfortunately, that's not something you say to somebody if you want the job another time, right? But we'll see. We'll see. 5, I need, oh no, I've got 11 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11 bags of delicious meals of onions. So there is 81 meals. 81 meals of onions in the freezer. Not this. What's in the freezer? Oh, I think I'm going to get 100 meals of onions, which is good because onions sometimes we have with breakfast too. If I make a big omelet, I'll saute up some of these onions. Oh, after Thanksgiving, we got to get on the carrots. The carrots and the garden medley vegetables. Oh no, I got to keep count or I don't know. I learned the hard way. I don't can anything that I'm not going to use. I got kidney beans canned in there. But they're strictly for minestrone soup. That's all they're there for. So I don't make it that often. Howie doesn't like cooked tomato meals. So minestrone soup will be after our next roast beef dinner. Okay. Hey, Rosie. I don't number anything. I just, my pantry is what it is. And I've got stuff in there. I got 2 jars of potatoes left from last year. Like I said before, I'm not canning them without water in them again. I didn't like the texture. I really didn't. So Homemade spaghetti, not the noodles. But the bread is homemade and the sauce is cans, tomatoes. Well, I use canned sauce just because it's easy. Just there we go. But I add to it. I've never made just like I've seen people go, oh, you know, there's my $2 meal and it's a package of pasta and a jar of sauce. No, thank you. I always put the meat in, onions, peppers, celery if I've got it, and then I season it. And then I sometimes add, when I'm making goulash, to top that a jar of sauce and then a jar of my garden medley vegetables. And then just before 15 minutes before supper, I throw in a cup of uncooked macaroni and let it absorb the extra juice. That's goulash. There's a difference. Howie doesn't seem to understand the difference between goulash and spaghetti. But, you know, he'll get there. He is going to be tickled pink when I tell him, yes, it's Westerns for supper, but it's potato soup tomorrow, because that's one of his favorite meals. Hey, Ginger! No, it would have been just you, because there is celery leaves in here, but I've cut these and washed them, honey. See, there was no black on that. I would have caught it. I can't sell it if I call it goulash. I have to call it hamburger helper. Well, there is that. I'm going to be giving red meat meals this week. Tomorrow it'll probably be meatloaf. And then we'll probably have spaghetti. Because after the turkey, we're going to be eating a lot of turkey. Turkey soup, turkey casserole. You're going to see me make a few things right from the dinner table with the leftovers. I don't put the leftovers in the fridge. I pull out my casserole pans and I make my casseroles with the leftovers and the gravy and the potatoes and everything that are on the table. And they all go in the freezer and the rest gets washed and put away. Why wrap shit and put it in the freezer when you're going to throw it away in a couple of days? No siree, Bob. Not me. That's just a piece of onion skin that got in there with the knife. Isn't that odd? Oh, almost there, kids. I'm not a huge chili fan, but I might make it one day soon. I'm not a huge chili fan, but I'll ask Howie. If he wants chili sometime soon, I'll make it for him. I forgot all about that because we don't eat a lot of chili. Howie says, oh, you going to make me some chili sauce this year? I say, Howie, it's just unpureed ketchup, man. That's all homemade chili sauce is, but I like it. I made it for him one year. He didn't eat it all. I made like 5 jars of it and he didn't eat it. So I'm making scalloped taters with chopped ham. Whoa, careful. You're in your bare feet there, Bev. But no beans? No. Goulash is spaghetti, sauce, and meat, and onions, and peppers. Now, okay, when I was a kid, goulash was canned tomatoes. Okay? I think I'm done here with this. Okay, let's put these back in the water. Get you in there. Goulash, when I was a kid, was canned tomatoes, peppers, onions, and hamburger, and cooked macaroni mixed in. I've just altered it for my Crockpot. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We're almost done. thank you so much for being with me today. We don't understand why, though. He probably doesn't like the beans. But, I mean, if you can get them, beans are really high in protein. Like, Briar makes a lot of not crock pot meals, but he does a lot of things in, I got him a rice cooker, which is like a small crock pot. I got him a rice cooker for Christmas last year. And he gave me back the crock pot I gave him. That's what I'm making the potato soup in. I got that for him and he never used it. He said it was too big. For me, it's too small. I want a nice big one. I have a big oval one up there. Oh, I'm so mad. When I got a crock pot and the crock cracked. Yes. I can't remember how it happened, but I ended up keeping the receptacle that the crock goes in. I kept it for like a year, and then I got another crock pot, and I thought, well, I'll just throw that out, and I threw it out, and 3 months later, the receptacle, the electrical went on the receptacle. So now I've got the carafe and the lid, but I threw out the one that I had been keeping. It was so silly. So, oh, I do have a chili video. There you go. Could be a texture thing, yeah. Absolutely. I'm actually looking forward to this dinner. I'm not going crazy cleaning my house and trying to be the perfect hostess. It's the wrong fucking time of year. Whoops, sorry. For me to be the perfect hostess. People are going to have to eat when I feed them and stay out of my way when I'm working. That's all there is to that. I couldn't eat the whole bean thing until I was like 20. Why? Yeah, to me, chili is just cooked ground beef, spaghetti sauce, onions, and kidney beans, and then chili powder. Or chilies, if you want to put them in there. Okay. 81, 82, 83, 84. Wow, I'm glad I bought 2 boxes of these snack bags, because I'm just about to finish 1 box, and there's 80 of them in there. The older I get, the more I actually enjoy beans. They don't agree with me sometimes. Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat them, the more you toot. It's not what we used to say, but we used to say, you know, good for your heart. The more you eat them, the more you... Okay. 85. I want to get to 100. It's like my beans. I wanted 52 pints of beans, 1 a week. Plus I have some dehydrated. I've got to get the carrots too. God, I might just go tomorrow and get carrots. And start on them. Empty them in this big box. 85, 86. Hey, wild nature. Well, you know, peanuts are not, people think they're a nut, and they're actually not. They are a legume. So if you have a peanut allergy, you got to be careful with like things like kidney beans and stuff, right? That's what I heard anyway. One darn protein I react to. Yep. 86. Uh-oh, gotta find my other box. Any more in there? Where's my other box? It should be over there somewhere. Hey, Healing Fibers, how are you? Oh my God, really? Really, Wild Nature? It's a really good chili recipe. It has masa in it. What's masa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I gotta find more bags. One more spoon. Should have got the bigger spoon. I threw it in the sink with the stuff from the celery. 8. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go find the other bag of these, the other box of these, and if I'm not mistaken, it's right over there. I hate having to get up to do it, but Howie has a lot of stuff to put in the compost. He's got a full bucket out in the porch. Oh, 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 sorry, folks. Oh, kettle on. Here the babies. Here they are. And I've used up a lot of them too. So I'm glad I bought 2 boxes. I'm glad I bought 2 boxes. Oh. Hey, Karen. Oh, don't feel sorry for me. It is painful, but guess what? I am still getting up and down out of a chair. I am still walking. I am still gardening. I am still canning. Praise God. Because every year, I think I'm not going to be able to do it. Every year it gets a little harder. 8, 9. But I still get her done somehow. When Bev makes noises getting out of a chair, we call them old fart noises. Whoops, don't fall over. 10. So this is 91. Now, I don't know if I have 10 in every bag, but if I get another bag, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, that'll make 100 meals. Approximately 100 meals of onions. Nurse calling, gotta go. Okay, Willow. Take care. Give our love and our prayers to your brother. Candy Pray, I'm worried. I've been here for 14 years. Where? Where Healing Fibers? You're 12 miles inland from Crystal River. Where's that? I'm 37 and people have said I walk and look like a 90-year-old. Sometimes I just... Oh, no, exactly. Oh, Florida. Oh. Oh. All right. Let's call this 90. This is zucchini from last year. That's got to go in the medley, garden medley vegetables. Oh. The whole top shelf of my fridge freezer is full of onions. All right. Oh. Oh my God, I got a sweet. Turn those down to low before I go to bed. Oh, oof. I might go onion shopping. Why is that? No, that's why I double bag them, honey. I've done them in bags, and they stunk up the flour in my freezer, which was also in plastic bags. So now I do them in meal-sized portions in these snack bags, and then I put them in a bigger freezer bag, and that stops the smell from happening in the freezer. Don't want to waste anything after all this work. Okay. And my fridge freezer pretty much just holds things like, you know, leftover slices or stale slices of bread in a bag, things like that. It's so, did you know you can use your vacuum sealer on chip bags too? Yes. I want a Sorbent Systems vacuum sealer. That is, you can easily do any bag with a Sorbent System ones because it has a snorkel. All right, let's get this underway here. Alrighty, onions away. Then I'm going to go tidy. I'm going to do some dishes. And I'm going to vacuum my living room that I've been meaning to do for 3 days. And then I'm going to sit down and do some sewing on my quilt pieces and watch some TV till Daddy gets home. Which means I'll probably won't have time for TV because Daddy will get home. Does it have a snorkel on the 4-jar sealer? Does the 4-jar sealer have a snorkel for vacuum sealing any bags? Pay attention, long story, well worth hearing. A friend of ours was thrown out of the bucket of a bucket truck. Life flighted to one hospital. 4 days later, family not given any hope. They met. Okay. Yeah, it's the Sorbent Systems one has a little tongue, like a snorkel, like a straw. And you make sure that's in the bag. And as it sucks it out, you pull the snorkel back and it seals it. Okay, Wendy. Okay, with the core team for organ donation, doctors removed the phenylphrine, his legs moved. No! Oh my God. See, I won't sign the organ donation card. I won't. Not because I don't care, but because I'm afraid, not afraid, I don't trust. I don't trust the way they do it. The tongue goes back automatically. Oh, well, I'm going to have to get one. That's all there is to that. If 4 Jars has a snorkel vacuum sealer, oh yeah, baby. It'll be on my fucking, excuse me. It'll be on my Christmas wish list. We're almost there, kiddies. Paused everything. Thorn nothing. One daughter said, okay, Dad, it's now or never. Give us a sign. Are you having problems with other brands of bags? I had a Food Saver bags and had to fiddle with them. So the snorkel, well, the thing is you don't need, this is the difference. Okay. Do I still have that vacuum seal bag? The vacuum seal bag, one side of it at least is textured so that the vacuum can pull it out from along the ridge. If you have a snorkel vacuum sealer, it's not going to work the same. If you have a snorkel vacuum sealer, you use bags that aren't textured. Right? He raised his arm. Life flighted to a different hospital. Co-start improvement. Wow. Oh my God, Edie. Goat ran a marathon. Okay, happy guy, we heard it. Okay? Please stop repeating the same thing over and over again. I realize you're young, but don't show your immaturity. Okay? I'm with you, Manette. You ain't getting any of my organs unless my heart has been stopped for at least 10 minutes. Well, time is of the essence in removing organs, right? It does take some work to use regular bags in the Food Saver, like I showed you in yesterday's video, or was it today's video? Yesterday's video, right? You have to make snorkels with the zipper part of the bag, like I showed you, right? For like Food Saver, regular food sealers that need textured bags. That's why you're just creating a textured bag with those two little snorkels. But if you have a snorkel vacuum sealer, you use regular bags, Mylar bags, anything along those lines will work. But the textured ones, the machine gets confused because it wants to pull air out through the snorkel, but it's not going to seal properly because air, as you're pulling in the vacuum, air is going out through the textured parts that aren't covered by the snorkel. Okay? Memory loss, limp, or complete recovery, fractures in spine, no surgery on that, is getting a pin in his femur tomorrow. Yeah, they do. They do fail so much extra. Is that it? Oh, we got one more slice of onion, kids. And we're bagging up the last of these. And we'll be done. D-O-N-E, done. Yay! Now, we pretty much know that we say I have 90, give or take, 1 or 2 bags, serving bags. So we have 90 in the fridge or in the freezer. And we know that one of these full, yes, there's celery bits in the bottom, celery leaves. One of these full does 10 of those snack bags. So I'm going to say I got 100 servings of onions. And I have 1 onion left fresh for fresh cooking tonight. Well, I may actually just save some of these. Where's my spoon? Oh! My spoon's in the bottom! Oh, Bev, you dopey woman. Hang on. Dug it out with the knife. Jeff, 4 jars bags are slightly textured on one side, but not as much as Food Saver and off-brand bags. Yeah, it's my spoon, Lacey. Where's my spoon? Sounds like Gracie's getting ready to go outside. After this, I get these in the freezer. I gotta sweep and do dishes. And then I'll probably have to get started on supper because it's 4:45. And Howie will be home in less than an hour. So much for vacuuming. How many pounds of onions? I don't know. I don't know if I got 3 or if I got 4. I don't know if I got 3 or if I got 4. If I got 4, I probably froze up 35 pounds because we have been using them fresh too. But if I got 30, pretty sure I got 40. I'm not sure. But they were 10-pound bags. And I know I had at least 3 of them. So if onions go on sale, like good and cheap, like 10 pounds for like $1.99, you know I'll be buying some and doing more. Right? Why? Because better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay. And I think if we get a deer, I'm going to can a lot of stew meat. Because it's just easier to make. So I got a lot done today. Yep, I got the last 5 jars of potatoes canned. And so I've got 30 quarts of potatoes, 55 pints of beans, 63 pints of zucchini, and 100 meals worth of onions. And I've got I got a bushel of peppers in the freezer. Some didn't make it because they went soft while I try not to buy anything unless, I've got time to prep it. Like potatoes and onions, they can last a couple of extra days. But obviously the carrots couldn't, right? So, and I want fresh carrots for dinner, for Thanksgiving dinner too, not canned. And I'm not canning any carrots this year, I'm dehydrating. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up chopping the carrots with this size chopper. You see that? I'll chop the carrots with that and blanch them, and into the dehydrator they will go. Actually, I did not blanch my last carrots. I had shredded carrots left over from making coleslaw, and I had them in a big bowl of water in the fridge, and we ate them over the week in soup and stuff. But I dehydrated some. It depends on the size, right? $95. Read where, Linda? Read what? Read Edie's bad news. I can't scroll back. I can't scroll back. I can't. So please, you're going to have to repeat it. Because I don't have... Makes the best soup base. Edie, I read it. I don't know them. I hope the meeting goes okay, though. What other news? Everybody can say a prayer if you know Noreen from Noreen's Kitchen. She's having her right hip replaced on Thursday. She's been waiting a long time for that. Please repeat the news. I can't scroll back that far. Kendra, take care, honey. Take care. God bless. Oh. I'm going to leave some of these in here for tonight's supper. Evangeline is having a supervised visitation with her bio mom tonight. First time she's seen her in over 2 years. Oh no. I had no clue who gave her the 80%. Why? I never found out why Evangeline's mother, You never told me the story about her mother. I just know that your son was going for custody. But if it's a supervised visitation, I have no clue who gave her the $80. I don't understand what the $80 has to do with a supervised visitation. I have no idea what that means. Please explain why $80 made the difference of why she could see her child. And if it's supervised, good. If it's supervised, good. You know? Uh-oh. $98. Oh, Tara. No, you know what the best perfume is? Vanilla. A little bit of vanilla behind your ears. Trust me. Men smell that. There's when it comes to men, 98, 99. You know, food scents are the best. Well, yeah, but you don't want to wear bacon scent. But vanilla, little vanilla? Oh, yeah, I tell you. I have one more onion I'm going to do. Yeah. Some of these bags are more full. She was 14 months old, and she told her she was sick of her, and she threw her over in her high chair and hit her head. Then tried taking a knife to Cody when he rushed to the baby. Wow. My cat is weird. First, he doesn't want anything to do with dogs. Now he wants their food. So what's $80 got to do with 100 meals of onions? What? I did 50 pounds of onions and caramelized them and froze them like you did. I don't. All right. Well, there is enough left in here for supper. So I'm just going to pop this aside. Well, I'm just going to put this aside because I'm going to be making westerns in a moment. I might add some peppers. You know what? Let's get these in the freezer. Let's chop a couple of peppers. You know why I can do it? Because they're frozen solid. And that will add another vegetable in my... This also helps them to lay flat in the freezer to save space, right? 100 meals of onions. There it is, children. 100 meals of onions. Oh, right, peppers. These peppers are frozen. This is my first bag I've started from when I got the bushel. She has to pay for supervised visitation at an approved site. Anybody who is proven to be that violent, oh, that might not work. Don't break the blades, Bev. One piece at a time. Yeah, chopping frozen vegetables, one piece at a time. I'm not doing any more. Put a green one in there. Hey, Kathy! Yeah, we need to pray for her. You're right. Because Only evil people do shit like that for the fun of it, right? There is my onions and peppers for my Western sandwiches tonight. Okay, folks, we're done. Unless you want to go over to the stove with me and make Westerns. Cody tried to get mom help and work things out. It got so horrible. Her friend had to take Evangeline to the police station because placed her for a night until they had a hearing the next day. Oh, my girls finished their 5K. Is it a run or a walk? She's only 3, guys. They won't ask her opinion until she's like 5 to 7. Oh, that's terrible. Lots of love. Okay. Oh, you really do want to watch me make it? Okay, here we go. Oh, my kitchen's an absolute mess, folks. There's onion skins all over the floor, but I will take you. Oh, what did I just step on? Okay. First, I gotta dump this pot of water and get it out of the way. And then I gotta move my canner off the burner. Take the weight off it. Gotta wash my stove. And I had people go, look how dirty your stove is. You work on this stove as much as I do, and there's some things that are just never gonna come out. Okay, now let me get rid of some things so I can put the camera over here. Blow my candles out. Okay. Now let me see if I can, okay, hang on. This is gonna have to come over here. Oh. Just washing off my stove. Okay. Now, we'll do this like this. Can you guys see okay? Alrighty. First off, I'm going to turn the pan on medium to high. Don't look at my floor. It's covered in onion skins. I don't have any cooking oil, folks. I only have olive oil. So I put a little piece of lard in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You can tell I made Westerns for breakfast on the weekend because I cut the end off the long thing here. I have got to, once I get this started, I've got to get off and there's our onions. Oh my gosh. There's my soup going. And I just... And then I just slice this ham into little bits. Okay, we gotta let the pan, don't, just because the butter's melting or whatever is melting, it doesn't mean your pan is non-stick. But you have to get it to the right temperature for the oil to make it non-stick. Okay, I don't use non-stick pans at all anymore. Okay, but this won't stick. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up. And oh, break up all the ham. And then we put these vegetables in there. Now that pan should have been sizzling. That pan should have been sizzling when they hit. Okay. Whew. Gotta open my flat of eggs. Save these for planting. And don't let anyone tell you eggs are bad for you. They're high in protein and iron. Now we want to lightly saute the onions and peppers just to get the, I can't see the chat, folks, okay? Saute the onions and peppers to get some of the moisture off. And while we're doing that, I'm going to crack these eggs in here, 5 of them. See how all the steam you got coming off here? And I'm doing it in here to get all the bits of onion out. Now I'm going to try something new. Because if I pour the eggs all over top of this, then I have to stir it, and then things get stuck to the bottom. So watch. Get that in there, just like that. Another piece of lard. Get that all around there. Doesn't matter if there's a little few things in the bottom, but you want this to go into something that is already. Now we're going to turn this down. And wow, just like that. Where's my spatula? Just like that. Now we don't have to stir it. Pepper. And this is one thing Howie likes a little bit of salt on, but I'm careful because the ham is salty, isn't it? One finger pinch of salt. Just like that. Turn it right down to between medium and minimum. Put a lid on it and let it cook. And then I will slice it up and put it on 4 sandwiches or 3. I do 2 sandwiches worth of egg on one because I don't like a lot of bread. But Howie will get 2. So this will do 1 double sandwich and 2 regular sandwiches for supper. 2 veg, egg, and ham. This is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. And has it been really almost 2 hours? Hui! Take care. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Mwah!